Hello, and thank you for trusting me to read for you. Today I'm going to be doing a 20-minute video. We're going to be doing charms, and then after I kind of get a sense of what's going on, we'll pull some tarot cards to get further clarification on the situation. I already have shuffled these. They're really loud when I do it on camera. And then these as well, but we'll do a little shuffle before we pull some of them. I'm on a table that moves quite a bit, so I'm trying to move as little as possible. All right, so let's go ahead and we will pull some of these cards here. So whenever a charm sticks to me when I'm pulling charms, it means that it's important. And this is the word I. Now I'm reading for you, so it would be about you. So I feel that this reading right here, this is going to talk about love. I can already see some of the charms. And I feel that the reason it's saying I is because it's not meant about anyone else, meaning I'm going to say some things about love, and your guides don't want you to think about the love interest that you have or like the romantic relationship that you want. They want you to know that this is about you. Okay, that was very clear. So first off, right in the middle, we have the word always and the word S, or the letter S, excuse me. So S is just giving us more examples or saying this is not a one-time thing. So I feel that you are looking for love because this says love, hope, trust, dream over and over and over and over again. It's like a circle that says it. Now, it was on top of this little triangle. That was kind of like what was holding it up. So I do feel that you have been looking for love and happiness for a really long time. I do feel that you don't see how much happiness you could bring yourself. I do feel that there's almost like two stories here. There's this, and then I feel that this all goes together here. So I do feel that there is a part of your divine feminine energy that has had some traumatic experiences. Now, because of that, you always are finding yourself wanting to like run away or leave a situation. Now, you feel like it's other people that are leaving you. But as we saw before, this is I. So what's happening is I'm sensing some self-fulfilling prophecies. So it's kind of like this energy of, well, I think I find love and then something always happens and we don't end up together. And I feel like there might be something wrong with me. I don't know why people won't stick around. But you're the actual, what's happening is like you'll meet a person and then you kind of connect with them, you have a good time, but then you get scared because of this trauma that's happened in the divine feminine energy. You get scared of being deserted, and so then you leave. So the other side of that, I see, what happens if you stay is what I'm feeling. Because on this side, we have the word happy. And then we have number 4. I feel that there have already been 4 relationships in your life that have affected you in a way that caused this injury, trauma. I feel those connections didn't feel loving, and in some cases there was not unconditional love because this is upside down. So in my charm set specifically, when you have a charm that's upside down, it means 9 times out of 10 means that the person who I'm reading for is experiencing the opposite of what that charm like stands for. But then on the other side of it, we have the word laugh again. So I feel that you kind of are in this, let me get my pen here. It almost seems like a cycle to me if we can see these pieces and how they're kind of happening. And I feel it's really cool because this is out here by itself. Like, I feel that you do have an opportunity to find a way back, basically back to yourself. I feel like that's what your guides have been like showing you. They've been bringing you books to read. They've been, you've had a friend who's been like, oh yeah, you should watch this video or you should listen to this meditation or, because I feel that what's happening is you are hoping that these people will bring you happiness, then they bring you bitterness. I feel that you're feeling bitterness in your life because it's this feeling of like, damn it, why can't I just figure out how this works? And now that's another piece that my guides have really been showing me lately. The why questions that we ask can bring experiences into our lives. They basically become affirmations. Why can't I have someone stay in the relationship the way I want them to? Then the universe says, okay, guess we got to show you again. Round and round we go. As opposed to a new question. Why did I start focusing on myself so much? Why did things get easier when I started focusing on myself? How come when I had a routine, things just went so much smoother and I just felt so much less stress? Like, you can bring experiences into your life just by asking for those experiences. And the ones that I'm describing are the experiences of how love works in your life and how you can find the compatibility and how you want it to be. So if you want people to find you fabulous, then you just start asking, why do people think I'm fabulous? What is so fabulous about me? And what's happening right now is it's kind of like looking at relationships too. When you see other people in relationships, you're asking yourself, why can't I figure out how relationships work? Why can't I figure out how the laws of attraction works? Why do these things work? So I feel a lot of what you're kind of asking your guides is, why is this just not working? And so you can start focusing on the things that are working, because there are things that are working. You're watching this video right now, it's working. Start looking for things that are working out for you. Oh, my debit card worked today. What other things can work for me? What other things work out in my favor? Right now, I feel that these 4 relationships are not all romantic either. I feel that there have been important people in your life that you have felt them leave. And so you just ask, why do people always leave? Why do people always leave? And so since you're asking that, you have this anticipation of them leaving, so you try and leave before they can leave you. It's really hard to have that cycle in your life. So I feel that this is a really good indication of what has been happening in the past. So we're going to do some tarot cards. I'm just feeling the energy and making sure I got all the messages. We're going to do some tarot cards, and we're going to say, what happens when we start focusing on the I? So I'm going to put this I here so I'll remember. And then I'm going to put these back. I'm kind of clear the energy, clear the board, because your guides kind of wanted me to help you see, okay, we know where you are. We've been hearing your, messages or what your desires are, and they want to help you get that. So we're going to do 3 things that happen when you start focusing that energy in on yourself. Okay. So the first thing that happens is showing as the Knight of Swords. The energy of the Knight of Swords is like a change in lifestyle. It's about travel. It's about excitement. I feel that when you start focusing on you, when you start focusing on the energy of what do I want, then you automatically start doing the things you want. You start taking the long bath or going on the hike or eating the dessert. You start doing the things that make you happy. So then when that person comes in that you want a relationship with, you're already like happy. You come fully equipped with happy. So it takes a lot of pressure off the relationship. You don't expect that other person to make you happy, because sometimes something's going to happen and they won't be able to. They just won't have the energy to. Perhaps they're sick or something happened in their life. You have to be happy on your own so that you can also give and take with that person. But if they can't do that because they are hurt or, whatever is happening, then you're able to say, that's okay. I have self-sustaining happiness. I don't need you to do that for me. I appreciate what you give to me, and that's a beautiful thing, but I come pretty happy. So that's a big piece I feel that this is going to help you with as well. And you're going to know when you're compatible with somebody. Because just wanting to hang around each other is not always compatibility. Compatibility is, hey, we can listen to music together, or we like learning new topics together, or, we have things that we can do together. Now, being able to do things separately is a beautiful layer of a relationship as well. But because the other piece is sometimes when you're experiencing or exploring your hobby, that's where you meet the person, because you're compatible. If you know that you love building houses and you volunteer for Habitat for Humanity, you're going to meet somebody else who has a similar passion, whether it's that they are a builder, or that they are an electrician. Something about that project will be a compatibility. So then the next thing that would shift or adjust, oh, this is beautiful. This makes me so happy for you. So the reverse 3 of Swords is about recovery after loss. You focusing on yourself will bring you the healing that you're looking for. I don't believe that we can get that healing from other people. I believe that we experience what we have done on our own with the other person. It's kind of like when we're by ourselves, we're kind of like learning our lines, or like learning our part in the experience of humanity. And then when you get together, you and that person kind of experience together the roles that you decided. So I feel that you are kind of preparing yourself almost like an actor would, by saying, all right, well, I'm happy. I know what I want. I'm healed. I'm ready. I am ready is where you want to get to. You want to get to the point where you say, I am ready for a relationship. I feel that I've done the work and the healing that I need. I'm ready. Now, you'll know when your whole being is ready. There may be a part of you when you say, yeah, I'm ready, I want a relationship. There's a part of you that says, oh, but I'm scared of this. Okay, think of that part of I'm scared of this as almost like another facet or aspect or side of yourself. So this card has 2 aspects, right? It has the tarot meaning and it has the decoration. So there may be a part of you that is ready for a relationship, but there also may be a part of you that is not ready for a relationship. It's the same card, it's the same you, but there's a part of you that still needs to heal. And when you don't heal that part of you, that gets you back in that cycle that we saw, right? Because you have to take a deviation from that path. And you are, when you specifically are focusing on yourself. Now, I don't believe that if you have to be perfectly 100% healed, nothing's ever going to be wrong with you, you got all your shit together in order to be in a relationship. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, I've healed enough and I've connected to myself enough that I can communicate, I can share, I can, I've learned how to be a good, compatible human. Not that all of my things that I experienced in my past no longer affect me and I'm perfectly healed. I don't mean it like that. I mean, you have got to start focusing on you more to share with your other person. You don't know yourself well enough to share is what I'm basically feeling. They say, what do you want for dinner? And you are like, oh, I don't know, whatever you want. That's not a fun relationship to be in. It's not fun to be the person who has to make all the choices and take all the responsibility. And I sense that some of the people that you have dealt with, you do like the other person to kind of, be the leader, and it feels comfortable for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm sensing that knowing who you are and what you want, and it helps you open up to the person more. So then the third thing is showing as the King of Swords. Oh my God, this is beautiful. So the King of Swords energy is powerful and intentional and thoughtful. This is really cool though, because so in tarot, it's also about it goes Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then for the page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King, these are really about cycles in life and maturity levels and healing levels. So at the beginning of this, when you start focusing on yourself, you're gonna feel kind of like it's gonna feel new. It is gonna be changes, but it leads you to the King of Swords energy, which basically by the time you get to the king in the suit, it's like you've learned and accomplished and completed the things that you needed to complete. And then let's do a charm reading and say, because charms are really fun, what happens after this healing? What does it look like after that? So this part we're going to kind of open up. I'm going to put the eye back in here. I'm going to shuffle this. I know it's a little bit loud, but I feel like there's been a change in the energy. Okay. So let's kind of move things out of the way here. So this is the energy when you've kind of completed your process, and you'll know what that looks like for you. What does it look like relationship-wise at that point? So take a deep breath. Okay, there's a part of you that's kind of holding your breath. You're a little worried that you can't change. Yeah, but you can. This is the exciting part. My best friend Misty, she told me one time that sometimes excitement and fear are like cousins. And if you can realize that sometimes you've labeled excitement as fear, it's like mislabeled, you're going to start changing how things feel for you. So if you can kind of shift and say, hey, you know what? Whatever comes out, I have free will. I don't have to do anything that's in that box. You know, you can do whatever you want. You are in charge of your destiny. So take a deep breath. All right, so let's go. All right. Nice. Look what's right here in the middle. The word courage. Look at this. I read gender neutral, so I will be saying they believe, just because if you don't identify as she, I do not want to take away from the energy of the reading. These are just how they're printed. On a live, I would ask which pronouns you would prefer. But here I'm saying they believed they could, so they did, which is really awesome because that's that courage. Courage is not that you're not afraid. Courage is that you just decided to keep going and that you saw that the reward was greater than the risk. I do believe that Lord Ganesh wants to work with you. There is somebody who I feel that you're already talking to that this is going to help with. I do believe that this is someone who you met around September of 2020. I do feel that it's going to take you a little bit of practice before you're able to move forward. But I think it's really interesting that the train is gone and it's been replaced with an airplane. To me, airplanes are like a lot faster. So I feel it's interesting because you're on the right track over here to getting, it says beautiful. Right now you're not feeling beautiful. So you're on the track to feeling beautiful. Now there is something going on here because the quarter in my charm set, quarter dime, nickel, penny, the quarter is the highest value I have in my charm set. So I do feel that there is somebody who has hurt you because I feel that this is a hatchet, that a lot of times there's the phrase bury the hatchet. It means be finished with the argument. It's almost like a feeling of forgiveness, but forgiveness doesn't mean, you don't have to feel sorry or be like, face any judgment for what happened. You're okay. Everything's fine. But I feel like you need to work on this experience and heal that now. I believe that's the trauma coming in. That trauma is costing you relationships, and it's costing you the dream of a full life and that you really want. So I definitely feel that your guides are letting you know that unless you're able to start working on some of that trauma that really hurt you, that you're basically going to be in the same spot. The things that you have tried already to get you out of that spot aren't working. So I feel that your guides want to show you in the next couple days or so different ways and different tools that you can use to heal some of that trauma, because I believe that that is what is stopping you from moving forward. Also, Lord Ganesh would be, there's several meditations and meditative videos on YouTube that are free about Lord Ganesh. And I feel that if you start connecting with Lord Ganesh, it's really, really going to help you. All right, well, thank you so much for trusting me to read for you. I really enjoyed reading for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.